Welcome everybody. Mike Martinez, public adjuster in the great state of New Jersey, and today I have a partner and friend, Mr. Robert Bora from North Jersey. Robert, how you doing, man?
Good morning, Michael. How you doing on this gloomy Thursday, almost afternoon?
Yeah, I hear you, man. I hear you. I'm doing well, man. Thank you for taking time and joining me here. As a public adjuster yourself and one as well as I, what do you see in the state of New Jersey, and why is this such an important service to be offering to other people?
It's an important service because number one, people don't understand or are not aware of our existing. They don't have a clear understanding or knowledge of their insurance policies, and quite often their insurance policies are incorrect, they're wrong, they have all kinds of deductibles. I'll go right into it. The picture behind me was a client during Tropical Storm Isaias in August who, unbeknownst to them, had a 2% deductible for high wind. An average cost of a roof is anywhere between $8,000 to $10,000, which was basically what their deductible was. So I wasn't able to help them, and the worst part of it is they didn't even realize they had that deductible. You know, like I do, Michael, no one should have more than $1,000 to $1,500 complete deductible on their policy. None of these $8,000, $9,000 deductibles. Insurance companies love to do this for the privilege of having an $8,000 or $9,000 deductible. You save what, $4 or $5 a month? You do the math.
Yeah, no, and the bottom line is it's a legal loophole for them pretty much to offer nothing, right? Because like in your situation there, the person lost a $10,000 roof, but they got a $9,000 deductible. So that happens quite often. Do you see that a lot in New Jersey? I know I do.
I'll give you another story. A week before this, a couple of days before this, I got a phone call from this woman who's got her mother, like an 80, 90-year-old woman in Newark. Part of her roof blew off. She sent me the policy, and I'm like, where's the policy? This is the policy. This is the policy. Yeah, it's the same policy we've had for the last 30 years. It was a renter's policy. They didn't even have a homeowner's policy. They had
Wow,
no
it's
idea.
unbelievable.
We get stuff. I'm sure you see stuff like this all the time.
Yeah.
People have all kinds of deductions. They have all kinds of exclusions. There are some policies that will say if your roof is X years old, that they're only going to pay 1% of the repair as well.
Right. And I'll tell you what, that's one of the services that our company, and you know that well, that we do, which is to sit down for absolutely no cost to the homeowner. We sit down with them and we actually review their policy and show them what the pitfalls are and where they may want to correct things and where they may want to adjust things, where they may want to change things, where they may want to eliminate or add things. And that's a totally valuable service. You don't want to know when the tree is on your house that you got a wind deductible, right? Because that happens quite often.
Yeah, like I call it an educational policy review. I tell my clients, my prospective clients, that we're trying to help. Give me 20 minutes and I'll get a bunch of holy cows. What are you talking about? Are you sure about this? And my least favorite is, why didn't I know about you 2 years ago when this happened to me?
Right, right. Well, let's move it on a little bit, Robert, because I know that before we started this conference call, you were telling me about some of the people that you're training. By the way, guys, Robert is a trainer of public adjusters. So he takes people that are looking to expand their horizons and get into another field, and he helps them, become licensed and bonded public adjusters in the state of New Jersey. Actually, our company works out of 9 different states. But Robert, could you talk a little bit about that?
Well, yeah, we work out in 9 different states, but we actually can write a claim in any state in the country, which is a big advantage that we have. So, as a senior claims writer, working towards my regional manager's position, I'm looking to build my network. We do have a level of multi-level marketing, but since we don't buy or we don't sell anything and we don't charge our clients anything out of their own pockets, it's not your typical Amway, Avon where you have to commit to a certain dollar amount over a period of time. The only thing you have to commit to is
no auto ship.
right. The only thing you have to commit to is wanting to help make a difference in people's lives. So we advertise, we actively seek to bring more people in. New Jersey is I think one of, or if the most populated state in the entire country. We don't do auto insurance, but that's why people's auto rates are so high because of the populace of people. Um, Less than 10% of people know about public adjusting, know anything about it, or have any knowledge. So we're in a wide open market here. So where I'm looking to build my business to hire quality people as a side gig to start that can potentially lead to a full-time position. You can make on average $350 to $900 for a couple of hours of work. Yeah, there's work behind that. I'm talking about time in front of your client and doing paperwork. It's a great side gig. It has tremendous tax advantages being a statutory W-2. As I like to say, if a 1099 and a W-2 had a baby, it would be statutory W-2. So you're able to write off all your, you like that, huh? To write off all your expenses. So you may be making X, but most people that I know doing this, the expenses we incur more than cover the amount of money we earn. So the tax advantages are phenomenal. And we're not selling anything. I'm not looking to hire people to sell. I'm looking for people who want to help people. Yeah, you know what? If I stood out in front of in Times Square and handed out $1,000 bills, there would be somebody criticizing me for doing that. There's always those type of people. But the information that we have to provide people is valuable, it's helpful, it's insightful, and sometimes it can make a major difference into your life. I had a woman an elderly woman, whose daughter came to me last year. Her roof is leaking. The insurance company said, didn't even send an adjuster out to the house. Said it sounds like about $800 to $1,000 of damage. The $1,000 deductible, claim denied. I got the woman her roof replaced. I got it like $12,000. I have a neighbor, same situation like that, an elder. So we're making a difference in people's lives. In the Jewish religion, there's a word called mitzvah. We're doing mitzvahs to people. We're teaching people. So my children, when they graduated high school, they took a class on how to, on business, on how to balance a checkbook, how to open an account, stuff like that. You don't learn this stuff in school. The stuff that we have to offer you is things that you don't learn, and quite frankly, it's things the insurance company don't want you to know about. It's as general as that. I mean, people don't realize that 60% of people who call the insurance company on a claim get denied on the first phone call. Why? Because you use the word F, the flood word, or you use some kind of language. The insurance companies are masters on denying claims and finding reasons. I mean, if you take a policy from 10 years ago and a policy from now, you'll see how much less is covered under your policy. You need a public advocate who is licensed and bonded by the state of New Jersey to be your public advocate, to teach you, to educate, to help you. I'm looking for people who want to do this, who want to help people. And yeah, we do make money because I've got to pay my bills, I got to pay my mortgage, but we get our clients on average 300 to 600% more money, and we get you control of the money. No more of this having to show the insurance company every bill for every hammer, every nail, every piece of wood. And God forbid it's not the right kind of wood the insurance company wants to give you. It's pine instead of oak. So this is what we do. So we help people. So I'm looking to hire people to train, to mentor, to help them to do this, to teach you these skills. We give you the information you need to take the state test. It's not that difficult. True, false, multiple choice. Only need a 70 on 70 questions. We give you all the study materials. We give you all the training. And if you're like me, who's an older person with some medical conditions right now in this time of uncertainty, I don't leave my house. I do Zoom educational policy reviews. I do FaceTime inspections. I have some of my field adjusters to go out on speculation on the basis of us potentially finding what we believe is the potential for being a claim. So we want to manage our clients' expectations by under promising, and over delivering. We're honest. We're forthright what we're trying to do. We're not trying to pull the wool over anybody's eyes other than get you right. We want to get your property right. So why do you have property insurance? You have property insurance because you have a fiduciary responsibility to maintain the value of your property should something happen. You and the bank, you and the mortgage company have that interest. However, you get insurance from the insurance company who doesn't have that financial interest in your property. Therefore they'll give you 20 to 40 cents on the dollar to make you go away, or they'll find a reason to deny. You don't understand your rights. We provide you with that professional representation with your best interests in heart. So I want to find people who want to do this work, who know people who have an entrepreneurship streak in their body, who are looking for a good part-time job. Again, that can lead to a full-time job.
Yeah. Well, you said a lot there, Robert, and I'll be the first to say anybody in the North Jersey area that's looking, you called it a side gig, I call it a side hustle, right? And the only reason why I call it a side hustle is because I bought that domain, a great side hustle. And
plug it away.
yeah. No, for me, it's a great side hustle, right? Like, here's the thing. I got 4 criterias that I look at. Number 1, could you do it while you're still working your regular job? And if you can, then great. That's good, right? Number 2, can you do it on your schedule, right? Which, like you said, hey, I work from home. I do it from my own schedule. I do it through Zoom. I do it through FaceTime, right? Number 3, could you make a lot of money? You talked about that also, right? And number 4, can you transition this to make it your primary income because you can make that much money, right? So again, guys, if you're in the North Jersey area and you'd like to take a closer look, I encourage you to contact Robert Bora, and say, hey, listen, I saw the video. I'm interested in learning. Can you answer some questions? That's all that you need to do. Our company is rich in giving you the techniques and the education that you need to get you to that point where you can be a professional here. 90% or more of the people that join us didn't have any experience. Robert, did you have experience prior to being a public adjuster with us?
I didn't know a gazebo from a gazebo. I didn't know any of this stuff whatsoever. And the other thing I want to add to you is I'm going to add you a 5th component, in that you like to talk to people, that you have the ability and the desire to be a social person, and you don't have a fear of getting in front of people and talking to people that you don't know, because anybody can do this job. You may help come from a certain background, but the biggest skill that I look for is someone who's sociable, who doesn't have, I've gotten claims from talking to people in dog parks. I got claims from being in a hospital and talking to a nurse whose sister called me back 6 months later when her roof was leaking. You want to be, as long as social. There are some people who just not are social and not comfortable. So what I say, if this sounds like something you want to do, we'll help you step out of your comfort zone. We'll give you the skills, we'll give you the practice and the tools. If this sounds like something you say, heck, I could do this. I want to help people, and I'm not limited to I'm in North Jersey, but I'm not limited to North Jersey. My license, like Michael's, is New Jersey, so I can go anywhere in New Jersey, and I am also looking to expand in 2021 to Pennsylvania, to Delaware, Wisconsin, and some other states. That's where I'm planning to go next year. So if you're in the sound of my voice and you're watching this video and you're saying, well, I'm not in North Jersey, as long as you're not in New York, as long as you're not in Florida, as long as you're not in Texas, basically, I want to talk to you. Simple as that.
Yeah. And I can tell you guys, if you take a second and actually meet Robert, you're going to find he's an excellent mentor. He's going to be able to take you to different levels, and that's what it is. What he just mentioned now about getting out of your comfort zone is really where it's about. And Robert is one of these guys, one of these leaders that will push you a little bit at a time, but he will push you to expand, to grow, to think bigger, to think at a different level. And that's what you need. If you're thinking about making 2021 a better year for yourself than 2020 was, right? I know a lot of people started the year excited, and then all of a sudden everything went to I don't know what, right? It went to chaos, right? Yeah. We got a new year ahead of us, and we got new prospects, and we got new potential. And I'll tell you what, guys, if you're looking for something, a side hustle, this is a great opportunity for you. Mr. Robert Bora is a person that can absolutely, most definitely go out there and help you get your mind wrapped around this new career and slowly transition you to where you start making money on a part-time basis, and maybe if you want to, move it into a full-time basis. So in closing, do you want to say anything else, Mr. Robert?
Well, if you're looking for a job, you will make on a part-time basis more money doing this than going to work for a Walmart, a McDonald's, a Starbucks. You will make more money. You'll have flexible and control your time than work. If you look at how much per hour you're going to make, this is a much better option. And we have we pay you. We actually pay you to get licensed and certified. We pay you more than the cost is. Right now we have a couple of bonus programs which adds to that to the end of the year, and our company is constantly having different bonus programs for new recruits. The training is all provided to you. It's all there. All I ask is you give me a shout, explain it in more detail. I'd love to have you on my team. Like I said, I'm not looking to hire 100 people. I'm looking to hire a select few. I'm not going to use the words from the Marines. They're looking for a few good men. I'm looking for a few good people who want to make a difference. As long as you're learnable, coachable, adaptable, like to talk to people, I want to talk to you.
Very good.
Michael.
Mr. Robert, thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Michael, thank you very much for this opportunity. I appreciate you've been nothing more than gracious and helpful to me in my 2+ years here at Metro, and I look forward to working with you more closely in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you, man. Thank you. Thank you for your time, man. I know you had to squeeze this out, but I appreciate you sharing your time with me,
Michael,
man. Thank you.
I've always got time for you. Always got time for you. Always.
All right.
You're one of the good ones,
Thank you,
Michael.
man.
Definitely. Thanks.
Thank you.